Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone's CODMIS event is still going on, but for many, maybe you've completed all your challenges, claimed all your rewards, and all things to where you may start to think, okay, what's next? Today I wanted to take some time and run down the upcoming Vortex event in Modern Warfare 3 and what we know so far about it, what's coming along with it, and the rewards at the end that we can look forward to. So if you enjoy the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and other FPS related content. I'd love to have you in the community. Finally, I'm not entirely sure when this video will go live. I've had my schedule readjusted here a few times the last couple of days while making content in advance for while I'm, as of this video being live, out for the holidays. But happy holidays and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it. Wishing you all the best of happiness and health to you and your families. That said, let's jump into our discussion about the upcoming Vortex event in Modern Warfare 3. So first and foremost, this event is going to kick off on January 3rd. Likely 10 a.m. Pacific time, maybe 9 a.m. Pacific. We've seen some events and playlist updates here happen as of 9 a.m., kind of breaking tradition from that 10 a.m. Pacific time, but we still also see a lot of things happen at 10 a.m. So could be one or the other. The CODMIS event will also last until the 3rd, but that goes until, at least right now, detailed until 8 a.m. Pacific time. So a little bit of downtime where you won't have access to event, and then a new one will kick off shortly thereafter, but it's also possible that we see that time change entirely. I mean, the CODMIS event actually went live 24 hours early, so there's that we have to take into consideration. But January 3rd is like 99% that launch time here for Vortex and the event upcoming. Now, the event itself, officially speaking, not a whole ton is detailed just yet, and we'll likely have some details shared at the turn of the new year, but it said, enter the flames of the Vortex to fight for cataclysmic rewards. In this event, players will progress through 15 available rewards by playing in the Vortex-themed maps Tetanus, Satan's Quarry, and Spore. 15 available rewards to grind through likely kind of sounds like the architecture of the events we've seen with XP-related events, given the wording of progress through 15 available rewards, and not mentioning specific challenges to complete across the board. Now, it is possible that could not be the case, and we do have 15 challenges themselves, but that's something that usually challenge events last a little longer and also have content coming across Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. As we'll touch on in a second, that's still up in the air a little bit. Now, the event itself, again, you progress through all those rewards. The final one is going to be, right now at least, rumored to be the Vortex Magma Camo, an animated molten lava looking camo, which I think looks really cool. This was leaked a little while ago, and it's something that we've showcased already. Didn't get in trouble for sharing the video of it here before, so fingers crossed, should be good still to showcase it again. But on screen, you'll see that camo that will be available to earn just by simply progressing through and playing through this event. Now, it's nice that we have content coming in regards to earnable rewards, but what else beyond that? Because Vortex seems like it's a little bit bigger than just an XP event or a challenge event, right? Well, yeah, that is true. On the multiplayer side of things, Vortex will come along with a new limited time mode where it's described in this free-for-all mode, one player spawns in with the infamous zombies wonder weapon, the one-shot ray gun. Whoever eliminates the operator with the ray gun becomes the new owner of this powerful and otherworldly pistol. Vortex takes place on 3 remixed multiplayer maps, Satan's Quarry, Spore, and Tetanus. So if you remember seeing clips a little while ago, maybe even still, of people with a ray gun in multiplayer, that's why. Now, of course, they've since kind of adjusted the anti-cheat with this to anybody that has this early will do self-inflicting damage rather than damage on enemies, so it's kind of a troll on players that end up modding this into the game. But the ray gun was in the multiplayer portion of the game's assets, usable to the regular player when the time would come, but up until then, it shouldn't have been. Again, cheaters were able to access that. That's where those clips came from. But all in all, seeing this in a multiplayer mode in terms of when it's supposed to be live seems pretty cool, but also I don't know if I'll like this because those clips, I would have been driven mad if that was happening to me early. So we'll see if this is balanced or not, or as balanced, I guess, as a special weapon can be. But with the limited time mode comes those maps of Satan's Quarry, Spore, and Tetanus. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to say technically when or at all, honestly, hoping this doesn't get me in any sort of trouble again, but I did double check and found out that I actually will be able to show you footage of the maps that I captured a bit closer to the launch of the event. One of the first, if not the first video of the year should feature that gameplay from when I was able to play at Sledgehammer pre-Season 1 and capturing the footage that we already showcased, again, early and ahead of the launch of Modern Warfare 3 Season 1. For the time being, though, unfortunately, all we have is those key art images and a bit of the descriptor of how they played for me. I didn't get to play Tetanus, but I heard it was fun. But as for Spore and Satan's Quarry, I loved the look of Spore Yard. I thought the skybox for that was one of the coolest things here. You can see it in the map images showcased that it's got those otherworldly dark ether sort of spores. It's got the nice aquamarine blue color. I really enjoy the look of that one. Satan's Quarry was cool, very nifty, but I will say that the shadowy areas of that map may be a problem for how many different skins that blend into those dark shadows we have in Modern Warfare 3. Those are probably gonna be problematic. One thing that I'm curious beyond that though is if we'll see these playable outside of that Vortex LTM as well, because at Sledgehammer we played on, I want to say, TDM and kill confirmed of Spore Yard and Satan's Quarry. I'll have to double check my footage here on that, but it was just standard MP matches, and I really liked that, honestly. At that time when we were playing this early, we didn't have the season 1 content preview just yet. That blog came out the day later when people were flying home and everything, so we didn't know the ray gun was going to be coming to multiplayer or anything. I just kind of thought they were variants of the map that would be thematically released. I'd love to play with these again in, say, team deathmatch, kill confirmed, domination, whatever the case, without the threat of a ray gun, or honestly the bigger issue is just free-for-all modes. I don't play free-for-all that much. I'd love to play and experience those maps again in the core experience on other modes. Here's the hoping. So beyond that, that's the stuff we know of that is coming along with the Vortex event, but will there be anything for Warzone or zombies? Which is a great question, and that's unfortunately undefined. There's a part of me though that considers not so much, outside of just progressing the events, because like I said, it kind of seems like this is going to be an XP reward, where in other stuff you'd have tailored content, or at least challenges to progress through if you had those, again, challenges in the event across Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. This very much so seemed like, when talking about it and discussing it at the studio pre-season 1, that it was a very Sledgehammer-based event. It'd be cool to see some sort of zombies elements to it for the event overall, or bring zombies to MP or something, but who knows. Right now, I'm not really expecting a whole ton. Another thing that makes me think that we maybe won't get content in zombies or Warzone for this is that it's not necessarily one of the longer events here for this. Season 1 Reloaded kicks off on January 17th, which is also when it's mentioned the Vortex event will end. So only 2 weeks to play around with, so I'm not entirely sure that they drastically alter any additional large-scale items beyond what we have in those multiplayer maps. But I mean, again, who knows? Stranger things have definitely happened for sure. But that's a first and a brief look at the new Vortex event coming and what you should expect just at the turn of the new year. Personally, I'm looking forward to it. Again, I really enjoyed playing all those new variations of the maps, and I do really hope that we can play those in genuine 6v6 modes, maybe 10v10 modes, but honestly with Rust having that tetanus variation, I doubt they'd put it in a 10v10, but I mean, if they did, I'd be there for the chaos. But anyways, that's what we're gonna call it. Just wanted to sort of round into the holidays here with you and let you know what you need to a little later on down the line into the future for the early next year events happening in Modern Warfare 3. So that said, that's what we're gonna call it. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the Vortex event, what you've seen so far, what you've heard about, and if there's anything in particular, like reward-wise, you're looking forward to. You wanna get your hands on that Magma Camo, whatever the case, drop your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to stay updated with all things Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, and other FPS content here on the channel. I'd love to have you. Again, happy holidays to all who celebrate. Hope you guys have a great time with your friends, family, and have a happy, healthy holiday season, as well as 2024 upcoming. Thanks so much for the support over the past year. Love you all to death. But for now, that's what we're gonna call it. Take care and peace.